And in case you hadn't figured it out, I'm producing tonight because Rick is at the beach, like a person does in January. Thanks, Rick. Just kidding, Rick. We love you. We need you back. Please, Rick. We need you. Anyway, hey, everybody. We're glad to be here. Glad to have you. Glad to ring in the new year on the new channel. Hope you found your way okay. We left the lights on for you. And in case you're still struggling to find it, we are now, those of you who are listening on audio or having to find this later, streaming from the Utini Vault channel because some big shakeups happening at the Utini YouTube scene. And we're excited to see what's going to come with the YouTube. So we are going to be streaming over here for the time being, but that is, of course, to celebrate the fact that we are in a new year, 2024. Honestly, Freddie, it feels like a year that shouldn't exist, and yet it does. You know what I mean? Like when you were a kid, did you ever think, you know what, one day I'll be podcasting in 2024?
Yeah, 2024. That was the future. That was the future. And I was thinking about this recently. I was like, okay, we're in 2024 right now. Most folks in Twilight Zone back in the 40s, 50s had no idea. They thought I would expect them to think that 2024 was some magical futuristic year where cars would be flying. Yet here we are
Yeah, no flying
podcasting.
cars. No flying cars, unfortunately. However, Freddie, I do wonder, do you have any like special New Year's Star Wars traditions? This is like it's a big thing within the Star Wars fandom, at least for me in years gone by. I've blown up the Death Star on the New Year, right? You chime it up just right with whatever edition of the film that you are watching, so that 10, 9, 8, you
Uh-huh.
blow up the Death Star at New Year's. I think that was started by the fellas over at RFR, but fans have gone wild with it.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of other ways to ring in the new year. You ever done the New Year's Star Wars thing?
I did that once. I did that once. Probably when it was first announced over there on. I feel like it was Rebel Force or not Rebel Force. What was it before that?
The Force Cast,
The Force
way back in
Cast.
the day.
That's right. Did it a couple times. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Typically, my New Year's tradition, I it really depends. I wear some sort of Star Wars
Star Wars
outfit.
depends.
I wear Star Wars depends just in case. And this year I wore this jacket. I was feeling brave that I wasn't going to spill any drinks on it.
Yeah, for
And with
our audio listeners, Freddie's wearing a white Thrawn jacket,
yes, it
minus
made
the
it.
blue skin.
Yeah, minus the blue skin underneath. There you go. And not just that, but I wore white pants as well, so it looked like just this
Wow,
white outfit,
pretty
officer's
fly for a
outfit.
white guy.
So that was my outfit. I like to wear something that's almost like what do you call it? Like Disney bounding. Have you heard of Disney bounding?
Nope.
Just kind of you don't wear the outfit per se, but you wear something that signifies you wearing that outfit. Just
Oh, okay.
just a little fun little thing. So last year I tried to go as Woody. Had some
Harrelson.
tight Woody Harrelson just with a shotgun roaming down the street. No, that's not what I
Eyes
was
just as red as can be.
doing. But yeah, that's what I do.
Well, I've seen some crazy traditions, and I don't know if these are legitimate or if they're people just trolling. But it does have me wondering, could we come up with our own, like a Star Wars New Year's tradition, such as you can time it up just right for Revenge of the Sith to have Palpatine say, "I am the Senate" at midnight, right at 10, 9, 8, and then you get the line, right? I am the Senate. What will be another good one, Freddie? Can you come up with another two or three?
Oh,
Will
that's
be
a
a
good
great
one.
Star Wars moment or a line. I was thinking like a or like a Boss Nass at midnight. Everybody
Uh,
has to do it with Boss Nass.
this how about okay. Jared, I can't remember which book it is. It's an audiobook, Legends, I believe. I every
Oh no,
time you listen to
don't
it,
do it.
this what's the right term here that we can use here at the
The
vault?
Wookiee, Dulana.
This it's the B word is a Jedi.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Sniznitch.
This yeah, it yeah, that
Yeah, that was in Dawn of the Jedi.
that is
Into the Void, a book that we're going to give a shout out here to tonight. How about this one? How about a good? I mean, you only have to put on like what 5 minutes of Revenge of the Sith to get to Palpatine saying "Do it." at midnight.
Oh
Like
yeah, I like that
that
one.
one would be easy. You don't have to subject your entire party to watching an entire Star Wars movie, though I often do. And that would be great. But do it might be another good one.
Yeah,
Well,
and if you do the audiobook version, that might take you some time to sync it up.
just imagine Freddy. All right, everybody, be quiet. I've got to play you a snippet of an audiobook. 10. I thought you were going to say the Wookiee with the speech impediment from Heir to the
Oh,
Empire, Dulana. Yeah.
that one.
Whew. Well, regardless of what year you're doing it in, we are about to do it here on Legends Look Back. And by do it, I do mean start the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Legends Look Back, proudly part of the Utini Podcast Network. This is a Star Wars books podcast for people who can hoverboard even better than Marty McFly, where we celebrate our rich EU history as well as dive into lesser-known Star Wars classics. I'm your host, Jared Mays. I am not joined by our producer, Rick Grace, tonight, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Although I totally already lost one of these video recordings from I tried to do the episode the other day with Trevor. But you know who we do have and who is not lost. However, he is wonderful and he is bright white in his Imperial coat tonight. And that is my legendary co host, another year older, another year wiser, Freddie C.
Oh, Grand Admiral Thrawn. I thought that's where you're going with. Yes, it's me. I still have my. You want to do that again? You want
No,
to do
I'm just trying to find the right button, man.
it? Let's see here. Yeah, still have my tree up. I managed to not stain my Thrawn jacket, so that felt nice. Doing well. 2024 is busy, off to a great start, and honestly, looking forward to just chatting more with not just Utini fans, but fans across all platforms. It's going to be interesting,
Absolutely.
Jared. We're going to do it soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got some fun things in the works. Bit of a transition period here at Utini, so much so that we have been reallocated to, we have migrated to the new. I've been saying that Corey evicted us from our YouTube channel. But it's been an ongoing process. We've got some fun things in the works, and I can't wait to say boogity woogity woogity in no time. But for tonight, we're going to be looking back on all the fun things that have happened in the past. That is 2023. We're going to be looking forward to some releases happening in 2024. But first, little segment that we like to call Thraken's Thrift Store. Freddie, please tell me you got some Star Wars collectibles for the holidays.
Oh man, I got quite a bit. So, one of my favorite things that I just recently got is this tiny little Grogu. It's not Legends related, but it's a Grogu waffle slash pancake maker. Uh, to me by the little one, so that was fun.
Oh,
Uh,
cool. Does it make like little frog egg pancakes?
well, it makes Grogu pancakes. He's in his cradle, and you get to eat him. So there's that.
Great.
That's a
Love
lot of
that.
fun.
That's not at all unsettling.
The other thing that I got here is the Star Wars Archives book. Have you seen this one, Jared?
I've seen the gigantic one that's like
Yeah.
$125.
Yep. Did not want to get that one. That was a little too crazy. So I
It would be
found
too
this
big to
one.
hold up on the stream. That's the problem.
Yeah, but this is so beautiful. It's a great coffee book. I would say it has a lot of photos, a lot of beautiful photos
Oh,
of
look at that
behind the
dude back.
scenes. Yep, Dewback Stormtrooper. A lot of concept art. Like check that out. I mean, they went into fine detail on how these
Yeah.
how these equipment would go. Production shots, you name it, it was all here, and it has what seems like the life story of George Lucas, how he came up with the ideas. It intersects it with A New Hope. I mean, this thing is literally the it's small for as much information as there is in here. It's small, but it's a lot of direct quotes, if you would, from just really important folks: George Lucas, Mark Hamill.
Who? Just kidding.
Anyway, very fantastic. Definitely right up there with everything else that I've gotten. Got some other stuff, but I would say in terms of books, this is the best thing I got this time around. So very fun digging into it. I read a few pages before I started the show, and it's very
You wait, you read the
informative.
pages that are just pictures?
Yes, I read the pictures. No, there's a lot of good information in here.
Oh, there's actually what, words as well?
Yeah, yeah. So there's just text there, and it's George Lucas's words. It's the interviewer, and I'm assuming they're just audio. They're taped and then transcribed. We're incredibly informative. Honestly, this is one of the best Star Wars things I've gotten in a while.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, I am thrilled to show off a couple of things that I got as well. I've actually never seen that book before, Freddie. The little one. I've seen the big one, but I've not seen the little one. What'd you call it? The Star Wars Archives?
Yeah, Star Wars archives, and it's actually the collection here. I'll take them all out.
Oh,
We've
there's little
got
ones. Okay, they go
we've
together.
New
You
Hope,
can,
Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So
and when you
almost
stick them all in the box together, you say Megazord sequence has initiated,
turns into one large book.
and then you can fight Goldar. Love it. I got a couple of things. One is the shirt that I'm wearing. For our audio listeners, it's really cool, and it's got an X-wing on it. Thanks to my little brother for that. But I also got something that has become, longtime fans of the show will know, it's a collection that I didn't mean to start. It's a collection that my stepmother started to give to me years ago, and the collection now has grown. In fact, I've got two entire bookcases. The top of them are just covered in these things. That is, I've got the Hallmark itty bitties. You know about the itty bitties, Freddie?
Yeah, I know those
They're,
itty
they're,
bitties.
they're tiny. They're little plushies. I got the itty bitty Princess Leia this year,
Oh wow.
but with some big old buns. You know what I'm saying?
It reminds me of those. What are those? Like Fisher Price tots?
I was gonna say like Funko Pops, but the heads don't bobble; they
Yeah.
squish.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway,
Like
it
Squishmallows. Yeah.
it I got it, and I was like, you know what? This at this point has become a full-fledged collection. I've got one, two, three. Welcome to a segment we call "Counting with Legends Look Back." Anyway, I've got a bunch of them. I've got a Yoda, and I've got a Luke, and I got a Thrawn. The Thrawn I bought at Celebration, looking almost as fly as Freddie C. In his white shirt, the jacket.
The
Anyway.
jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, those were my Star Wars thing, as well as I got the
Okay.
iJedi ELC from Caroline in the Utini Secret Santa.
Nice.
And if only I'd gotten it like 3 months sooner, I could have gotten it signed by Michael A. Stackpole, but I didn't, and it's fine. And I love it anyway. I love the present almost as much as I love the book. Actually, I love it way more than that. Um, And we have, of course, moved on from the holidays now. Freddie, it is time for a
Yeah.
little bit of looking ahead into the new year before we look back at all the fun that we have had here on Legends. Look back in 2023. Freddie, give us the rundown. What are some of the fun Legendsy things we can expect in 2024 while I try to find pictures of these wonderful things you can
Yeah.
expect?
Absolutely. First of all, it's absolutely crazy that we're already past the holiday season, but here we are into 2024, and we've got quite a few awesome things to look forward to here in 2023 or in 2024. Look at me, 2024
You can
already
do this,
messing up
Freddie. I
the
believe
year.
in you.
So we've got the next waves of the ELCs coming up here, Jared. So I'm excited about these ELCs. It's giving us a chance to collect again, and my family, they're noticing. So the next wave here, we've got Wraith Squadron. Not sure if you have those photos yet.
I've got photos of a lot of things. Somehow I
Okay.
don't have photos of these ELCs, but I might just find them while you're talking.
No problem. We've got Wraith Squadron, Order 66, and Knight Errant. And I believe those are coming out in February 6th, so not too long from now. And
Get those pre-orders in, folks.
yeah, get those pre-orders in. Now's the time. The good thing that I think we heard from publishing was that these were never going to go out of print. Is that right, Jared?
They never go out of print. They never go out of print. Yeah, these are intended to be available on the shelves for years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's funny because Skooma Joe in the chat here, he goes, "Where's Rick? Is he safe? Is he all right?" Skooma Joe's on. Let's see. Yeah, Rick is on the beach somewhere right
Yeah,
now
he's at
because
Daytona Beach. He's at a professional conference on the
he's
beach. You
probably
know,
having a
Daytona
great
Beach.
time. Yeah. All right, so we've got another wave coming up here. I got a lot of fun chat going on. Since Jared is producing, unfortunately, he is just busy behind the
I'm
controller.
trying, man. I'm trying. You got this.
All right, Imperial Commando 501st, Iron Fist, and the Lando Calrissian Adventures. Uh, those are the next wave of ELCs, and those are coming June 4th, so not too long from now.
Yeah. So these I don't think we've talked about yet on the show, Freddie.
No.
Have we? The fact that there's, and I don't know if these have been, officially revealed by our friends at Random House World / Del Rey. However, these leaks, if we want to call them leaks, probably not early advance word on the ELCs have been accurate, and then eventually Del Rey gets around to showing us the covers. But have we talked about the fact that there's going to be the Lando Calrissian Adventure trilogy?
No, we have not. We have not touched on it, and I couldn't believe it. As I was reading it, my brain, I was like, "Wait a minute, Lando Calrissian Adventures? Okay."
Yeah. I really hope that they can get Billy D himself to read these audiobooks. Just imagine Billy D
Hey,
talking
it's
about
me,
Vuffy
Billy
Ra.
D.
Yeah. What have we here? Guys, I don't like this one bit. Yeah, those books are wild.
Chewbacca, you still hanging out with this loser?
Perfect. I Those books are bonkers, and I'm really glad that they're going to get another treatment, which also gets me excited to think that that means they're going to follow this up with, though they haven't revealed it yet, that they would follow this up with the Han Solo Adventures by Brian Daley. My number one dream as a Legends fan would be to have audiobooks of the Han Solo Adventures by Brian Daley, read by none other than David W. Collins.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I love his Han Solo, and once again, Mr. Collins, I'm sorry for that time that I accidentally threatened you at Star Wars Celebration. It was not on purpose, and I mean you no harm. However, I would love for you to get this job and read those books, and then he can hang out in my ears all the time. Nah. Once again, another apology. David W. Collins, I'm sorry for the weird thing I just said about my ears.
This is awesome though. They're Lando Calrissian Adventures. We're going back into 90, 95, 94. I love that. I love that they're reaching this far back
Wait,
into the
no,
content.
no, these are the other ones. These are
these
the 70s.
These are the
no.
further?
No, wait, the Lando books? Those are 80s, early 80s, 84, 85.
Is it 85?
These
Okay.
are right before the Dark Times.
Okay.
By L. Neil Smith. They're the oldest era of Legends publishing, and boy, do they read like it. That's all I'll say, and I can't wait for people to discover those. Moving right along here, and the things that you can look forward to among the Legends re-releases coming up in 2023. Nope, 2024. We're going to get this by the end of the show, Freddie. That is another wave of ELC audiobooks. We've been talking about these. We've been promoting these. In fact, we've been given pre-release copies of some of these by our friends over at Penguin Random House Audio, and want to promote the fact that these are coming out very soon, and they're fantastic. And what is that exactly that we're talking about? We've got an image. Yes, we do. And
Nice.
right there it is. Yes,
There it
I'm
is.
so proud of myself.
Good job.
What is it, Freddie?
Yeah. We've got starting off at the top here, Outbound Flight. Awesome. Survivor's Quest.
Yep.
And these are both read by Mark Thompson. Next up, we've got The Courtship of Princess Leia, I, Jedi, and Yoda. Of course, we've got January Lavoie for Princess Courtship. I think that's a perfect choice. Jonathan Davis for I, Jedi. That's great. And of course,
Yeah,
Mark
I love Jonathan
Thompson
Davis. Yeah, Mark
for
Thompson for
Yoda.
Yoda Dark Rendezvous because he
Rendezvous,
does
yeah.
a great Yoda. So
Yeah.
very excited for that. Let us know in the chat which one of these you're most looking forward to. And what's your pipe dream for an ELC audiobook? Who would you have reading it? What would the book be? But that's not all, is it, Freddie? We've got some other re-releases coming up in 2024. That is
Yeah.
by way of comics in the Essential Legends collections and those big hardcover omnibuy, right?
Yeah, we've got some. You know what? 2024. I was worried. I was like, we're getting some content, and it feels good to see that we're getting a lot of Legends content because we've got some awesome collections here. We've got the Legends Epic Collection, The Menace Revealed Volume 4, and I believe that's coming out this month, at the end of this month, January 30th. And is that the cover art there, Jared?
I
That
know for a fact that I have pulled this up. I'm just trying to find where it went. Let me keep looking here for the good folks to get to see. This is the which one is it? What did you call it?
The Menace Revealed Volume 4,
The Menace
Legends Epic
Revealed,
Collection.
Volume 4. Aha. This one. Yeah, this is at least like an early cover.
Okay.
Is it necessarily what they're going to, what the cover is going to be for forever? I don't know, but at least it's what we've got. And
For
it's got
sure.
Boba Fett on it, and the folks are going to get to see it any moment now. Yeah, this is why we
it,
have Rick, everybody.
it looks like there's some like Minox or some sort of flying creature in the back. It looks like he's standing on top of. I can't tell if that's like a TIE fighter hexagon or what exactly he's doing. There it is
Here it
for the
comes.
for the viewers there.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
not
great looking
sure.
cover. And
Yeah, it
this
really is.
collects, let's see here. It collects, well, I don't have that written down, but it's got some good stuff in it, and it's going to be great. I
Yeah,
thought I
I
had
can
these
I
all
can
written down.
I've got this collected.
Okay,
So we've got Rivers of Chaos 1 through 4, Empire 28 through 40, Rebellion 1 through 16, Boba Fett Overkill number 1, Boba Fett 1 and 2 or one and it's like either 1 and 2, I'm not sure. Splinter of the Mind's Eye 1 through 4, that should be fun. Material from Knights of the Old Republic Rebellion number 0, and Star Wars Tales number 3, 15, 17, and 21. It's
so
from
some good Boba Fett stuff in there.
yeah, definitely some good
Awesome.
stuff.
Good. Hey, do that thing with this next one. You find out what's in it, and I find the photo, and then it'll be
Okay.
seamless, and nobody
I
will
like it.
even. Now that we're discussing it out loud, so that comes out. This one comes out soon, January 30th.
Yes.
However, it's not the one that I'm the most excited for, to be honest. No, I believe that one actually. I've got the wrong image.
Actually, yeah,
Um,
I believe I talked about the wrong thing here too. That was
Rebellion. That's the Rebellion Omnibus Volume 2 that comes out in May. So I
yeah.
don't have an image of the first one, The Menace Revealed Volume 4. It's going to be great, however, coming out in January.
Yeah, so everything you heard me say, that's for
The
this
next one.
the next one, which we'll talk about right now. That is
Yes.
for uh Star Wars Legends: The Rebellion Omnibus Volume 2. And as you stated there, Jared, it's coming out. What is that? May 14th. May 14th,
Yes.
2024. Okay. And just going back to the Menace Revealed Volume 4, I'm checking it out right now. It looks
Thank you,
like,
Freddie.
yeah, it looks like that is correct. It's coming out January 30th. Uh, as for what it's collecting, we've got Star Wars: The Bounty Hunters, Aura Singh, Star Wars Starfighter, Crossbones 1 through 3, Free Comic Book Day comic, some other good stuff, some Hasbro Toys R Us exclusive 1 through 4, which is that's
Oh.
pretty awesome.
Hey, I think I've got some of those, actually. There's some like my
Nice.
first Legends comics. Yeah.
Okay. Dark Horse Extra 44 through 47, and Star Wars Tales, some other numbers there. It's a bunch of cool stuff there. So not to get confused, that one is for the Menace Revealed, and then the other
However,
one.
yeah, the one that I'm most excited about is this one. This was
Oh
one that I've
yes.
got pre-ordered multiple copies of with multiple different covers, and that is since I've got these titles written down in the wrong places. Here it is. The Star Wars Legends: The New Republic Omnibus Volume 2. This is coming out June 11th. And as far as I can remember, this collects every single issue of Dark Empire 2, and Empire's End, as well as the most Ultimate Legends comics Megazord there ever was. All of the Thrawn trilogy comic
Yeah.
adaptations in one volume.
Yep.
So yeah, I've pretty much pre-ordered like a whole bunch of copies of that, hoping that I can have collectible copies, one with each cover, and then potentially a couple to hoard in case the value goes up because these are really nice.
Yeah, this one's awesome. The collection I'm looking into here, which by the way, if you don't know where to look for some of this stuff, just go to utini.com
That's
and
right. The YouTube channel has changed, but the website has not.
exactly. Yeah, go to utini.com. There's a bunch of stuff there. A lot of comics that it's covering. It's such a good Jared, I'm going to have to get a few of these as well.
Yeah, this one for me is like going to be a holy grail title.
Yeah.
Very excited for that. But that's not all. One more omnibus coming out this next year. That is the Tales of the Jedi omnibus hardcover, and this one is also a doozy. I mean, it has got an
Yeah.
incredible collection of stories in it, and I can't wait for folks to get their hands on this. Freddie, what exactly is the Tales of the Jedi omnibus?
Yeah, this one is set in the Old Republic era, and what we're collecting here is basically what I would call almost the history book of the what is this? Is this an omnibuy? Yeah, what like a history book of the omnibuy. You've got some of the Dawn of the Jedi. Uh, I would say you've got a
All of the
solid
Dawn of the
collection,
Jedi
all of
comics,
them.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
even number 0, which is really good one. Definitely read it.
very important.
Very
Many
important.
people say you should start at number one, but no, not in Legends. You
Mm-mm.
start at number zero.
Yep, start at number 0. And we've got Tales of the Jedi, which I believe this is all of them.
All of them. All of Dawn of the
Ah,
Jedi and all of Tales of the Jedi in
yeah.
one hardcover omnibus. This one is absolutely worth picking up.
This is high on my list. This has to be the one I collect as well. Unfortunately, my looks like my wallet's screaming already 2024.
The good news is we've read off like 5 titles. So at the end of the day, like it's not the most that you have to buy, but it's not nothing.
and
That's not
and you know,
counting
yeah.
many ELCs either.
And it seems like this is all within the first 7 months of the year. First 7 months, right? First 6 months of the year, and then you've got into July. So, it's spread out over some time. It's not all at once.
So that's what's coming up in 2024. We are in, I think, for some real treats.
Yeah.
But Freddie, that's not why we are here today. We are, of course, going to be spending the rest of the time that we've got looking back on all the fun that we've had here at Legends Look Back. And since Rick and Emily are not here to defend themselves, we're mostly going to be making fun of them. And so I can't wait to get into that. So, Freddie, the fact of the matter is, we're at a bit of a transition here with the show, and we're going to keep everybody in the loop about what exactly is happening. We're having some, behind the scenes discussions about, how we're going to keep up with the pace of what we're going to read and how many live streams we're doing and all that good stuff. We'll keep you in the loop in all of our social channels. But we are going to continue to be bringing Legends content via Legends Look Back, and we're going to be focusing. Freddie, I'm wondering, have you started reading it yet? We're
I
going to
have
be
not.
focusing on the new Jedi Order in 2024.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't finished, but I have started. Good stuff. I mean, it's classic Star Wars to me already. It feels like I had not read into these so much. These were more into my adult years when I just didn't have the time to sit down and read 20 books.
Well, we're
But here we are.
looking forward to the books that we're going to be reading in 2024. But Freddie, let's go around
Yeah.
and look back at all the good books that we have read this past year in
Ugh.
2023. What are the books that we read for Legends Look Back? Can you remember off the top of your head without looking at the notes?
I can remember a few of them, but we've covered so many and
The
I
years start to
can't
run together.
the years start to run together like Death Troopers. We probably did that 3 times already.
The very
uh,
first time was like back in like 2019.
yeah, it was a long time ago. I think we were still trying to figure out what the show would be like at that point. So don't listen to that one, please.
I still stand by that one. There were some
Yeah.
others maybe along the way that were a little rougher.
Yeah, absolutely. But this year for sure, the ones that I remember off the bat are we've got the Back to War, which was a good one. Right away, Jared.
I was queued up and ready to go with that one.
Yep, this one's good. The Back to War is it was it was great to see. I believe this was Rick's first read through of the Back to War, so it was good to see his point of view on this
Yeah,
one.
we've finished out the what Del Rey has now relabeled the Rogue Squadron series,
Yeah,
the first 4 books of the X-Wing series, which I'm pleased to see that they're continuing
yeah,
with the Wraith Squadron books.
yes, yeah,
Very pleased with that.
yeah, absolutely. Good times. Another one, of course, I Jedi, right? We just talked
Who's
about
who's
that.
Jedi?
Not your Jedi, but I Jedi.
Remember that time that Emily told us that she was pregnant live on the show?
Yes. Oh my gosh, was that when was that? Was that this year or last year?
It wasn't this year because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that kid can tie his own shoes now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got I Jedi. What else can I remember here? That's right. We did the duology, Spectre of the Past, Vision of the Future. That was fun. There's the I Jedi right there with
Yeah, I'm not going to show every single one of these covers because I can't keep up with can't keep up as fast as you can go.
Luke's beautiful eyelashes.
Yeah, we're just going to stare deep into these eyelashes while we talk about the rest of these books.
Yeah. And then we hit some early legends. Well, I wouldn't say early legends in terms of publishing year, but early in terms of the chronology, Star Wars chronology. We hit what was it? Lost Tribe of the Sith, which was uh,
Yeah, that one was great.
that one's fun. Gosh, every time I read that book, it's so good. So we've got that one. Next up, we've got oh, Jared, I'm losing it. This is as far as I can go with my.
That's all right. You're doing well. You're doing well.
Now
How
I'm gonna
about
look at
Dawn
the
of the
show
Jedi?
notes.
We talked about this one a little bit earlier in the show.
Dawn of the
Dawn of the
Jedi.
Jedi, Into the Void, with its depths. Well, there are depths with this
There
book.
are depths.
I'll tell you what. I actually have ordered the hardcover of this from Inkstone. They're doing that special hardcover signed by the author,
Yeah,
and so mine should be somewhere.
over the
Uh,
pond.
yeah, on its way here. It's probably stuck in Ohio. That's where they always get stuck. That's where all the packages go to die. Is Ohio.
Dawn of the Jedi. Yeah, it was a good one. It was this was my first time actually listening to the audiobook for Dawn of the Jedi,
Oh yeah,
and
it's a great audiobook.
it is a great audiobook, and it definitely catches you by surprise in a couple areas.
So recapping, we've got the Back to War, Dawn of the Jedi, Into the Void. We did the Tales of the Jedi comics. I'm not sure you
That's
mentioned
right.
those. Recovered those with Rick and Emily, though we had done them years before between the two of us. But they're that good. I mean, I revisit those like every year.
Yeah.
Lost Tribe of the Sith, Spectre of the Past, Vision of the Future, and I Jedi makes for a good set of books. Freddie, out of all of those, which of those was your favorite Legends book for Legends Look Back in 2023?
You know, I really enjoyed Lost Tribe of the Sith again. Getting
Okay.
to I hadn't read those since they were in novella form. Uh,
Oh,
way
really?
back. Yeah. Oh yeah. Way
Like on the
back in the
website?
day. Yeah. So it had been a long time since I've read them, and getting back into it and reading the whole thing from start to finish again, it was a good time. And oh my goodness, did it just what a what a ride. That's all. What a ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stories. Some of, I would say, the more underrated Legends stories, and I was glad to get to share those with the listener. Though I have a confession to make, Freddie.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the last the novella on my read through.
Oh,
My reread, the long one, the
the
what's it, Pandemonium?
pandemonium.
Yeah,
Pandemonium's the
I
last
didn't.
one.
I need, so maybe I'll finish it off
This
sometime
was
soon.
this was actually the first time I had read Pandemonium because I hadn't read
Right, right.
Pandemonium. I think that came out when they all published as a
The
whole.
duality of man, Freddie.
Yeah.
I read it years ago. You didn't read this one. This time around, I didn't read it, but you did.
Yeah. We were good. Go listen to it. It's a good episode.
Absolutely. So let us know, listeners, which of these among the Legends books that we covered in 2023 were your favorites and why? And did you read Pandemonium like Freddie, or were you a bad boy like I was? So um, listen, there's a lot to keep up with. A lot to keep up with, but you know what else was fun about our shows in 2023 were our special guests. Special
Yeah.
guests. We had a number of maybe fewer guests in 2023 than we had in. Remember back in the original concept of the show, Freddie, we would have a different guest every single episode,
Yeah, that was
and it
insane.
was they picked the book. The guest they came on, Stacy. Shout out to Stacy for our courtship Princess Leia episode. How about Heather? Heather's a real
Oh
one.
yeah. Shout out to
Um,
Heather and Stacy for those early episodes back in the
you know who
day.
else was a wild guest? Patrick for Revan. Patrick was wild, and man, Patrick was wild. I
Yeah.
love Patrick. Patrick was a guest in high demand. The chat was like, "Bring back Patrick. We want Patrick."
Patrick is good.
Patrick, if you're out there, what's up? Hope you're doing well. But
Yeah.
this year, in 2023, we had a handful of very fun guests. In fact, we had Emily gone for a number of months because she was relocating to a new country. And so we had several months without Emily. However, recently we had Emily's return for our roundtable over Jedi. So our nominees for Best Guest of 2023 on Legends Look Back. Freddie, you want to read them off?
Oh yeah. We had Emily's return for Eye of the Jedi. Trevor's off-kilter recommendations for the Old Republic era. Chris Kempshaw for Star Wars Galaxies. And let's see, Dr. Bossman Corey Helton for the 20th anniversary of KOTOR. That one was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was. Also, look at the fact that it looks like Emily's on the show right now.
It does. And
She's
Jared, I
not.
have
Shout
to.
out to Emily.
No, no, she's not. That's a good picture. And the next one, you have to give this one. This was your interview.
Uh-oh, we lost Freddie for a second. Freddie's back. All right, Freddie wants me to do it. Freddie, I don't know what I pressed, but I got rid of you for a second.
I'm here.
But yeah, another fun guest. I did a number of interviews down at Legends Con. That was a lot of fun at Legends Con. But I would say the one that's definitely going to be a nominee for Best Guest of 2023 was the absolutely unhinged Matthew Stover. He was so much fun to interview. He like had me backpedaling the entire interview. He started off and he was like, "This thing had better be good. You better not ask me all the dumb questions everybody else always does." And I was like, "So, what was it like working with George Lucas?" So, thank you for
Oh
that,
man,
Mr. Stover. Oh, he was like, "Call me Matt." He didn't want me calling him Mr. Stover.
that's good.
So some fun guests. I think I've got at least one more image here to show. What do you think? Out of all these, Chris Kimshaw, that was very fun. He brought like a level of intelligence that was
Yes.
honestly like next level.
Getting Chris Kempshaw on the show was honestly it was very surprising because I had known Chris Kempshaw through the community. Knew almost a legend of sorts, right? The things that he accomplished on his server. I was on a different server. We lived in different places, so
You're
it
talking about
was
Star Wars
so much fun.
Galaxies.
Talking about Star Wars Galaxies, yeah. You know what? I talk about it so often, I forgot to say the word itself. That was a lot of fun, but I have to admit, I might be partial. Having Emily back on the show felt vibrant, and it gave us a perspective that I feel like it's always incredibly nice to have every time we do these reviews.
Absolutely. So, I really enjoyed doing the interviews down at Legends Con. I don't have photos of every single interview that we did at Legends Con, though. It's always fun to pull a prank on Dr. Bossman Corey Helton. I did really enjoy the Ithorian prank that we pulled on him at the beginning. You know, when
That was so good.
we said it was Corey Helton, and instead I put up the image of the video from KOTOR of the Ithorian speaking out of both sides of his friggin' face.
That was good.
So shout out to Corey. Thanks for letting us do the show. But more importantly, shout out to all those Legends authors that gave us interviews. That was really fun. So we've talked about the books. We've talked about the guests. What else has been fun here behind the scenes at Legends Look Back in 2023, Freddie? How about the non-roundtable episodes?
Yeah.
How about those the random off-filter episodes that's always like the day of the show, and I'm like, guys, what are we going to talk about?
The
Do you have a
unhinged
favorite?
episodes.
That's right, the unhinged episodes. That's what we'll call them.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are my favorite. The non-roundtable episodes. Uh, we covered quite a few things. The one that I think actually caused a tiny bit of a stir in the community, and I say tiny bit because
We got some backlash.
we got some backlash.
I woke up one morning and people were like, "Y'all are dumb. This is stupid. There's no such thing." And that is, according to my notes here, the gay Jedi. I left out an R. Is actually the gray Jedi.
Yes.
episode. Not to be confused with the Gay Jedi episode. Um, TBD.
TBD. Absolutely. There's likely some stuff there too to talk about, but yeah, absolutely. The Gray Jedi caused quite a bit of a, when you throw in a pebble into a giant lake, not much happens. Well, we decided to throw a big, just hand-sized rock into the lake this time, not just a pebble. And exactly what you see there from Skooma Joe. Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Someone described this episode as "Please don't,"
But
and
it was a lot of fun. It
God
was
forbid.
so fun.
Right. Right. It was. I think it generated some good
Yeah.
banter. The Gray Jedi episode, absolutely. Some other nominees that want to give a quick shout out to here would be the Yoda episode. We did a Yoda crossover event.
Oh, that
We
was
did
fun.
the best Legends beach reads, which was probably the worst out of these ideas. Let's be honest. The Ahsoka episode, Ahsoka in Legends. That one was fun because Trevor helped us pull some obscure
Yeah.
Ahsoka moments in Legends that like I was like sharing comic files with the team, and we're like downloading comic book readers on our iPad so that we could access these ancient comic issues. So that was fun because it was material most of us had never read before. We did a Thrawn
Yeah.
episode, and then recently we did Galactic Gifts.
It
Freddie, go ahead.
it makes you remember just covering some of these things, how fun a lot of these episodes were, and honestly, check them out. If you haven't listened to any of these episodes, just go through our catalog and pick some random stuff, random non-roundtable stuff. It's a lot of fun.
That's right. And now you can do that on the Utini Vault. And we need to get some views on those episodes. So, while you're at work, just run some of those episodes in the background, click like, leave some comments, get the algorithm working in our favor. Even though you've watched them before, go back and leave some more comments, some likes, just for fun, to help get the YouTube algorithm noticing these and recommending them to other folks. Hey, here's a fun one from Skooma Joe. He says, my favorite Legends Look Back moment of the year was watching you guys react to the Yoda Seagulls video for the first
Oh,
time. I believe that was a Patreon exclusive. I believe we released this as a Patreon exclusive. It might be time to upload that one to the Utini Vault, though.
I think we should. It's so good.
Yeah. Rick, what was the story on that? Rick and Emily had never seen it?
I had never seen it before.
You had never seen it.
Emily and I had never seen it before.
Rick had seen it. He's a youth minister.
You talked about seagulls and Yoda, and Emily and I were just sitting there
Oh, it was the
metaphorically.
Jeopardy game, and we had a Seagulls category,
Yes, and we
and you
just
didn't know what they were.
side-glanced each other because we had no idea, and now we
Yeah,
do.
that was fantastic. Yeah, thank you for that, Skooma. I didn't have that one among the nominees. That was fun. That was fun. All right, hey, one last category here before we wrap it up tonight. What was your favorite Legends Look Back moment of the season? And some of this is off the beaten path stuff. Now, I've got a fun one here for you, Freddie. Can you reminisce a little bit about your experience at Star Wars Celebration?
First of all, I could not believe that we just had Star Wars Celebration here in 2024. Yeah, it was magical. It was interesting because I'm coming in from a Legends point of view, and I have to admit it was a lot of fun getting to see the new stuff, and also getting to see some Utini folks and Utini friends, and we were just pitching the Legends counts thing to everybody, and we saw a lot of Revens and got to hang out with a lot of folks, and I had such a good time. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the highlight reel if you ever were interested.
Yeah, shout out to Bro Dameron. Bro Dameron's a real one.
Bro Dameron
Um,
was wearing a Porg suit. If you can't tell.
Wait, I was actually picturing like a gigantic porg
No,
costume. That's not
that's
what you mean.
just that's it right there.
Oh, that's covered in porgs. I've not noticed that detail, and I like created this thumbnail. So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I sadly didn't get to go to this one with you. Um,
bit far.
it was, and I can't go to the next one. But one of these days, I'll go to another one again, Freddie. It'll be great.
Yeah, the next one's in Japan in 2025. So keep your eyes out for tickets this year. And if you get a VIP, let me know.
Yeah, Freddie's a high roller, always hanging with the VIPs. But
Ah, man.
I had a couple of fun Legends experiences that you didn't get to go on.
Yes, you
Um,
did.
though it would have been fun if I had surprised my wife on our 10-year anniversary trip. That, oh, hey, by the way, Freddie's going to be there too. That one would have been really cool. My wife and I got to go to the site of Anakin and Padme's wedding in Episode 2 on our 10-year anniversary trip to Italy. This was at Lake Como at Villa Balbianello. And it was
Wow.
a legendary adventure. I mean, it was incredible trying to get to this place and the adventure that it took of hiking out there, and that we took like 2 or 3 trains and a bus around the narrowest road. We were like
Wow.
dodging bicyclists left and right, eating gelato with both of our hands. I mean, it was fantastic.
It makes you wonder
Absolutely loved it.
how they found this site.
Well, this is like a famous movie filming location. So
Interesting.
Casino
Okay.
Royale has a scene filmed here.
I see.
Uh-huh.
It's
Other
beautiful.
movies, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah. That's a nice one.
That was a really really fun experience. Even almost hard to believe that was 2023, because that was back in March. Another really fun thing that we got to do. Unfortunately, Freddie wasn't able to make it at the very last minute, but
Yeah.
it was huge for our channel. Honestly, a huge boost in our listenership. If you met us at Legends Con or found us because of our interviews at Legends Con, we got the amazing opportunity to go to Legends Con, cover Legends Con, produce content for the channel, interview authors, network with other Legends fans. That was absolutely a fantastic adventure. And there's actually been some behind the scenes drama with the Legends Con Council. And so now it has splintered into 2 different Legends Cons: the before
More
Battle of
cons.
Yavin Legends Con and the after Battle of Yavin Legends Con. No, there's been a little bit of strife behind the scenes. So if and when there's another Legends Con, we'll be there, no matter what it's called. We had a great experience, and
We'll
thankful to
just hire
everybody.
Reed Pop, Jared. We'll start our own Legends con.
I don't know that Reed Pop is the company I'll be hiring. Oh man! But what are some other fun things that we got to do in 2024? Um,
Oh
r-
yeah.
Rick got to meet several members of the team. I've met Rick before, but Rick got to do a meetup with Steven. He did a meetup
Mhm.
with Oz and Carl, and he's not here, so that's all we're gonna say about that. Um, what else was fun? I built my Gonk droid in this 2023. That was a big, exciting
That was a
experience
big
that
one.
I had.
And
And of
and I think Rick's con. You had a couple things. You had the droid. Didn't you have? Oh, never mind. Sorry. That background that was 2022. Just
Oh yeah, yeah, that was the beginning of the year before when I put in this big background. I'm actually
okay.
looking at actually last night, might have been the night before. I reorganized part of the room. I had to show some pictures in the Discord. I took down a big featured art piece that I had, and I hung all of my 3 3/4 inch carded action figures.
Wow.
And so now I've got a section over here in the room. Let's see, I've got Dash Rendar next to Scooby Doo Luke,
Scooby
uh,
Doo.
hanging out with Figrin Dan next to Cam Kennedy Boba Fett, watercolor Boba Fett. Underneath them, we've got, if I can see around my ring light, yep, sure enough, I can smell him. It's Prince Shizor next to Backpack Yoda, um, and Old Man Ben. Oh, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. So those are my 3 3/4 inch
That's
carded
awesome.
figures over here. So it's fun. It's fun doing the collecting thing. And another fun collectible thing. I don't think I got a chance to show you because you were gone last week. I finally got my Thrawn Funko Pop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, very excited. It's over there. I'll show you another time. I'm not
Yeah.
about to
Okay.
get up and flash my butt in front of the camera here at the first episode of 2024. Whew, so it's
Yeah.
been a
Let's
big
see.
year. Freddie, any hopes and dreams for what's to come?
You know what? I think that my hope and dream is to continue giving folks the information they need for Legends, right? For anybody who's out there in the future, now, tomorrow, 20 years from now, they're reading a book that they find what they're looking for at Legends Look Back, and not just Legends Star Wars, right? We're talking lots of other cool stuff. So that's my hope, is that we give the folks what they want, and everyone has a good time.
There you go. I think we've got a good culture of a good community of positivity, and we have some fun along the way. So we get into the nitty gritty. We're not afraid to debate the ethics of the gray Jedi and that sort of thing, but also can get into the fun things like Scooby Doo Luke and Hot Dog Boba Fett. So, and we're really thankful for all the fans who have helped us to make this happen, and we're really looking forward to getting into the nitty gritty of Yuuzhan Vong religion and culture in 2024. All of the unhinged episodes, they're all Yuuzhan Vong related. All the roundtables are New Jedi Order books. No,
2024 is going to be unhinged.
that's not true. We're only going to subject you to so much Yuuzhan Vong lore. To be honest, I might even skip some of it in my reread of the New Jedi Order, because been there, done that. I'm really there for the Jedi relationships. We'll save that for the next episode. But that is going to do it for this week. Thanks for joining us here for Legends Look Back. Thanks to our incredible patrons for your support. We love making the show. We're glad you're along for the ride. A special thank you to Brian Dooley, Carl Sander, Michael Fry, Raymond Baczynski on our Jedi High Council, as well as James T., Ashley Ingalls, Colton Fife, Chris Carrizo, and Sally and Chris Eilerson on our Alliance High Command for their amazing support. Remember to sub to, especially, hey, this is big with the new channel. If you leave us the sub, if you go around, click some likes on a video or three that are your particular favorites, that might just help boost us in the algorithm to help get the new channel out to folks who are fans of the show. If you'd like your thoughts around the show, our contact information can be found in the description. We're also on Twitter at Legends Look Back. We're in the Utini Discord in the hashtag Legends Look Back channel. And remember, everybody, keep the Utini fan code and be a force for positivity in the fandom. For 2024, may the force be with you.